So, Destiny 2 Lightfall has been out for a while now, and I wanted to make a quick video summarising my experience and thoughts while playing this expansion. As someone who actively plays a lot of Destiny 2 and has been playing the game over the course of years ever since the game first launched, I thought it was a good idea to make a video highlighting my opinion on this expansion as well as the state of the game going forward. Firstly, the big one. The Lightfall campaign. Over the past few years, Bungie have been putting a big effort into making the story of Destiny a prime focus. It feels like in the past few years we have got some pretty big plot developments that have helped to progress the story of Destiny in a positive way. The story of Destiny was always something I was just sort of there and I never felt like it got a lot of focus. Beyond Light's campaign was just mediocre with nothing really special happening. Gaining darkness powers should have felt like a massive deal, but overall it didn't really have a big impact. But then, we got the Witch Queen. In my opinion, Witch Queen is the best expansion Destiny has ever had. Massive changes were made in terms of the main story campaign. For starters, it was just a selection of 8 straightforward missions. No tedious busy work like going to a planet and killing a bunch of ads or collecting materials. Just 8 solid campaign missions. And the story was pretty awesome. Savathun was a compelling and intimidating threat. The story revealed a lot of big lore-changing events and it ended with a huge reveal of the Witness. We finally had a face for the true threat of the Destiny universe. With all that, I had high expectations going into Lightfall. I expected this campaign to be something special, and what I got was just a mediocre experience. Now keep in mind, we are at a point in the story where things are getting big and serious. The Witness is here, the Traveller is under threat, things are starting to get real. And for the entire campaign, we are just jumping around on Neptune, playing around with Strand, while we have Osiris shouted in our ears, "We've got to protect the Veil!" In Witch Queen, we knew what the threat was. We had to stop Savathun and find out how she stole the light. Simple. Here, I have no idea what the Veil is, what it does, or what it did at the end of the story. It was just a MacGuffin that is not explained. It's important because it just is. This also brings me to Callus. Callus, my man, what happened? Probably one of the most interesting characters in the lore of the game, felt completely wasted as an expansion. He taunts you a few times in the story, he talks to the Witness, and then you kill him in a lackluster boss fight. The things the campaign got right, however, was the legendary difficulty and tormentors. I played through on legendary solo and it was no joke. It was quite a challenge, with some parts being especially difficult. And one of those difficult things is of course tormentors, the new Uber unit that are this expansion's equivalent of the Lucent Hive. They are tough, dangerous, and can be very difficult to fight, especially when you have to fight 2 at once. Overall, this campaign was a massive letdown from Witch Queen, and my only hope going forward is seeing what the final shape will do to wrap up this saga of Destiny. Now, Strand. I was ready to write Strand off as just another form of stasis, just another class that can't compete with the likes of Arc, Solar, and Void. And I did not enjoy the roundabout way they had you trying to acquire it during the campaign, with it being drip-fed to us. However, every time I did use it, I was enjoying it. And now that I've got my hands on it, and I've got an insanely powerful build to play with, Strand has become an extremely fun subclass to use. I can only speak for the Warlock class right now, but from what I hear, both Titan and Hunter classes are super fun and powerful too. Being able to just have Strand spread to so many enemies and seeing them get spended or disintegrated is so satisfying. Obviously, I don't know how well this will perform in raids. I've only used it in WoW right now, and it was pretty fun. But I still think WoW will always be the go-to when it comes to boss TPS. That's just the way it works. In encounters where there will be lots of ads to kill, then Strand can prove to be very useful. Overall, Strand is a lot more fun to use than Stasis, and I'll be curious to see the amount of builds that can be created in the future. The mod system has had a complete overhaul, with elemental armor now being removed and all the mods being universal for the specific type of armor they are assigned to. Now, I'm not a build expert. I don't really know what mods are good or bad. I mainly just watch videos of other people who do know a lot about mods. I do think this is more simplified, and it will help newer players who didn't know how to use mods before utilize builds much easier. I like being able to quickly apply mods in a specific mod tab window, that's very nice. I also like having loadouts and being able to create custom ones, that'll be very good in the future. Obviously there's something I still need to work on, as I'm only playing with Strand right now, but the possibilities of making new loadouts for Solar, Void, Arc, Stasis, PvP, PvE builds, whatever you want, that'll be interesting and fun to do. In terms of some other things that I want to talk about, Neomuna is a beautiful location, I can't deny that. No matter what your opinion on the story is, Neptune is gorgeous and it's a fun location to explore. Very different from the rest of the areas we have explored, with its clean looking cyberpunk-esque city. The music is also fantastic, no surprise there. Michael Salvatore once again works his magic and creates absolute masterpieces. As of now, the new raid has not been released, which means I haven't been able to sink my teeth into it yet. But with how good Vow was in the Witch Queen expansion, I am once again expecting Bungie to deliver an absolute banging raid experience. Lightfall is probably the most divisive expansion that has released for Destiny 2. The story was not what people were expecting at this point in the series, with many feeling disappointed with the focus on the campaign, feeling more like they were just messing about on Neptune while all the important stuff were happening elsewhere. Am I angry at this? Not really. At the end of the day, I am not going to stop playing Destiny 2. I've spent several hours on this game, and as long as Bungie keep adding more to it, and I still have friends who actually play the game too, I'll keep coming back. We've still got 4 seasons to get through until final shape. That includes 2 new dungeons, 1 returning raid later in the year, and of course the new raid, which will be released this week. So, no. I don't think this is the worst thing we have received in regards to Destiny. I just think it's a major step down from the Witch Queen, and it could have been so much greater. I'm still enjoying Strand, and playing raids with my friends, so it's still a fun experience. I'm curious though to know what all your opinions of Lightfall are, and your experience playing the game. Did you play it on Legendary, solo, or with friends? Are you planning on playing the raid, and are you excited for the final shape? Or have you lost all enthusiasm for it? Let me know down in the comments, leave a like on the video, subscribe for future content. I'm Alex the Anteater, thanks for watching.